Hummingbird House, the finest beauty and wellness spa in Bridlington upon Twill. Your first stop for relaxation, therapy and assorted treatments from the Cosmopolitan Care Clinic Colour Collection. We have a comprehensive selection of state-of-the-art equipment, including tanning beds, sauna, jacuzzi, bathing pool and vibrating chairs. And if you're still feeling tense, with our trained masseuse we have an appropriately soft touch to help you relax here at Hummingbird House. My name is Denise. How may I be of assistance today? Okay, thank you. Wrong number.
Do you have to say that every time you pick up the phone?
Yes, that's the standard greeting. It was implemented a couple of months back after a blue sky thinking management meeting.
What's one of them?
No idea. I think it's just one of those meetings the management like to have because they can order a buffet of company expenses and then go home early. Anyway, don't worry. I've written it all down for you so you can't get it wrong.
So much to take in.
But it's always like that when you start somewhere new. You'll soon get the hang of it though. Besides, I'll be here to keep an eye on you. Have you worked anywhere like this before? Geraldine said you had experience.
Well, kind of. I worked in a beauty spa a while back, but it wasn't as nice as this.
Even so, that's perfect experience. How long did you work there for?
Only a day.
That's all? Didn't much like it then?
No, I got fired.
I know, why?
Well, it could have been a number of things, to be perfectly honest with you. But I think the clinch was setting off the fire alarm. It's a completely honest mistake, but it didn't go down very well at all. It really didn't. I felt so stupid.
What happened?
I saw smoke and I just panicked. Hit the alarm and we had to clear the building. Everyone had to stand outside in their robes. I told the fire brigade where I'd seen the smoke, but, well, they just said that it was only the steam room.
You set off the fire alarm because you saw steam coming out of the steam room?
Well, I didn't know it was a steam room. It was only my first day. The fire brigade were lovely though. Saw the funny side of it. Thankfully, I don't think they recognised me. I'd actually seen most of them before from the time I worked in that big catering company in the town centre. They were prepping up for a wedding and the starter course was smoked fish. They had this room they referred to as the smoking room, but I never put two and two together. Just thought they went in there for cigarette breaks. So, day before the wedding, saw smoke coming out from underneath the door.
Oh no, I think I can see where this is going.
I just panicked, hit the alarm and the fire brigade wouldn't take any chances. Went in there with hoses on full blast. Apparently it ruined 5 whole trout, 3 trays of salmon, several trays of haddock and half a suckling pig that the boss was doing for his son's birthday barbecue. Muggins here got the blame for it.
Well, you can kind of see why. Please don't tell me that was your first day as well.
Oh, good grief, no. No, I don't normally get fired on my first day. I was at that one for nearly a week and a half.
Well, you can put all that behind you. I'm absolutely sure that you'll fit in fine here. Some of the equipment takes a bit of getting used to, but other than that, it's mostly straightforward. We've got a few regulars as well. Some of them are a bit quirky, but you'll soon get to know them.
So, who have we got in today then?
Well, let's take a look, shall we? This is the booking system here, look. You click on today's date, and it brings up a list of all the clients for that day. Go on, you do it. So, who have we got?
Mr. E. Shuttleworth.
Ah yes, good old Mr. Shuttleworth. He's a very pompous type, very well-to-do on the face of it, but actually he's a total perv. He's always accidentally bumping into you and the like. Just have to ignore his nonsense. Who else?
Mr. G. Buchanan.
Oh, that's more like it. He's one of my favourites. Former football player, you know, tall, good-looking chap, quite the charmer. You have to take him with a pinch of salt sometimes, but it's totally harmless. Anyone else?
Mrs. F. Middlewich.
Oh, I've forgotten she was in today. She's a nasty piece of work. She puts the witch in Middlewich. Think Cruella de Vil, but with less style. Unfortunately, she's the one who does the online reviews. So sadly, whatever happens, you need to be nice to her.
Mrs. Middlewich. Be nice. Got it.
Oh, here's your chance to practice your phone greeting.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready. You do it.
Of course you are, just read the script.
My eyesight isn't very good. I didn't want to wear my glasses on my first day.
Never mind, you'll be fine, give it a go. Here, you just read from the script.
God. Okay. Good morning or afternoon. Delete as a principal. This is Hummingbird House, the finest beauty and wellness spa in Bridlington upon Twill. Your first shop for relationship therapy and assorted treats from the Cosmic Carpet Cliticky Clock collection? I'm getting it wrong.
You're panicking, just relax, take your time.
Okay. We have a comprehensive selection of state-of-the-art equipment, including tanning beds, sauna, Suzuki, bathing pool and vibrating chairs. And if you're still feeling tense, with our trained machete, we have an incredibly soft touch to help you relax here at Hummingbird House. I think I'm getting the hang of it. My name is insert name here. Hello? Hello? No? Don't come up.
Here, I'll tweak that a bit for you.
Thank you.
Morning, morning. Enjoy your week off, did you?
Well, I spent the entire week sat in my dressing gown with just the cat for company, watching old reruns of Friends and the complete DVD box set of Sex and the City, whilst eating Ben & Jerry's caramel choo-choo straight out of the tub.
Oh.
It was perfect.
Sounds it. Hello, you must be the new girl. I'm Ralph. Health and Safety Manager, Risk Assessment Technician and Senior Lifeguard.
Yes, sorry, I haven't introduced you. Rhonda, this is Ralph, the pool boy.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Well, Rhonda, I'm sure you'll be with us longer than the last girl. She only lasted 3 months.
Wouldn't back on
Well, anyway, I've got a few bits of administration I need to sort out with you. You'll have to be given your full induction, of course, including safety briefing and emergency procedures, what to do in the event of a fire, that sort of thing.
God, no.
But don't worry, I do regular fire alarm tests.
How regular?
Usually just the 2 a day, but occasionally I like to throw in a third just to keep everyone on their toes. Oh, and we do a fire drill, 3rd week of every month. You'll never be told in advance which day specifically, though.
It could be a Wednesday, it could be a Friday, we just don't know. It's always very exciting.
It's not about excitement, it's about ensuring you don't get complacent. Anyway, aside from that, I've just got a few documents for you to read and sign, just basic risk assessments, health and safety information, that sort of thing. It's nothing too dull though, just a bit of nighttime reading for you. A couple of 100 pages, maybe no more than that.
Righto.
And then it's just a manual handling training and health and safety in the workplace video and you'll be all set.
Okay.
Is Geraldine in yet?
Can you hear yourself think?
Yes.
Then no.
Well, who knows, maybe a week off will have calmed her down a bit.
Morning! Busy. Sorry, mate. Had a nightmare getting in. Anyway, don't talk to me. Busy. Staff meeting. 2 minutes.
Or maybe not. Yeah, I've almost missed Geraldine flapping about like a demented budgie. Surprised you managed to get in okay. Did you get problems with that new locking system? Bloody swipe card, 4-digit passcode, thumbprint.
Tell me about it. I was faffing around outside for about 20 minutes. Suppose it's no bad thing though with that lunatic on the loose. And I don't mean Geraldine.
Lunatic? What lunatic?
You know, the serial killer everyone's been talking about?
No. That sounds exciting though.
Well, I'd hardly call it exciting, it's terrifying. Have you watched the news?
Not if I can help it. I can never understand what they're going on about. There's always some people shooting each other in some foreign sandy country. And I can never understand why. Or who's winning. I think they'd all be better off if they all just calm down and stop shooting each other.
Yes, good point. I don't know why they haven't thought of that.
Well, anyway, it was some maniac who killed a load of people in a country mansion, not far from here. He locked them in and picked them off one by one. Like something out of an old 50s horror film. And then he disappeared into night and hasn't been heard of since. I guess he's been hiding out, just waiting to strike again. He is the first serial killer we've ever had in our little town. Like you say, it's quite exciting, really.
We reckon if he pulls off a couple more killing sprees, he could be up there with the all-time great serial killers.
The Boston Strangler, the Manson family, the Monster of Florence, and now the Bridlington-upon-Twill Ripper.
Finally, something to put us on the map.
It's not really the sort of thing we want to be known for.
Well, what else have we got?
Well, there's old Mrs. Winthrop. Her mutton pies have a cult following, and they came 3rd in the National Mutton Pie Championship of 2002.
Yeah, I suppose.
And there's that bloke that lives at the end of the high street, Bernie something or other.
What did he do?
He's a TV star.
Really? What was he in?
He got to the final of Pointless. That doesn't make him a TV star.
Did he win?
No, he didn't win, but he did get a coveted Pointless trophy.
Okay, people. Gather round quickly. I've got a meeting to attend this afternoon, phone calls to make, emails to send. Oh, I scarcely know where to begin. Anyway, first things first, let's welcome our new member of staff, Rhonda. When I reviewed all of the applicants, Rhonda here was the outstanding candidate to join our exciting and progressive team.
I thought you said she was the only applicant.
Like I said, she was the outstanding candidate. Rhonda here has a very, very extensive CV in a whole variety of different sectors, albeit for very short periods of time, but I'm positive her experience will be vital and she'll be with us for a long time to come.
Hear, hear.
Now, next item on the agenda, as I'm sure you're all aware, this is the first day back after the refurb, and I think we can all agree that the place looks fresh, clean, vibrant, and what's the word I'm looking for?
Purple?
Yes, it is quite purple, isn't it? Well, it tested well with focus groups. It's supposed to be relaxing.
Can already tell us what wonders on you, Geraldine?
Shush. Now, along with the new paintwork, we have some exciting new equipment, not least of which is the new sunbed. The controls can be operated from here, outside the room, giving the client the maximum privacy and modesty. You program the time here, and there are a variety of different intensity settings. There's even a button that switches between male and female preset modes, giving a more subtle time for men and a more concentrated time for women.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Male and female preset modes. Is it easy to use, Miss Geraldine? Because sometimes I have problems with stuff like that.
Stuff like what?
Well, pretty much anything with buttons, really.
Right. Well, it is fairly straightforward, but it is state-of-the-art. So if you are going to use it, please make sure you take the time to have a little play with it and understand how it works. If you are going to set the timer though, please only set it for 4 minutes. That's the shortest time setting available, and we don't want to be wasting electricity, do we? Now, next item on the agenda, as I'm sure you're all aware, there is a more rigid entry procedure for staff and customers alike.
More rigid? Half expecting it to do a retina scan for like as in.
Yes, well, it really is very straightforward once you get used to it, and in light of the current situation with that lunatic being on the loose, ensuring the safety of our clients is the maximum priority. Now, all customers will now need to press the buzzer. You'll be able to see them on the monitor and press the door release button to allow them in. Should a person or persons be deemed unsuitable by a member of staff, there is a button that plays a polite pre-recorded message that tells them they won't be allowed entry.
This all sounds very complicated. More buttons.
Oh, don't worry, my dear, they're all clearly marked, so you can't press the wrong thing.
Okay, that's reassuring, I suppose.
You'll be fine, love.
Oh, I do hope so. Can't really afford to make any mistakes, really. Mum says if I get fired again, then she'll kick me out. And I've got nowhere else to go.
Just have to make sure you don't get fired. Don't worry, Denise and I will have you back, won't we?
You certainly will. We're all friends here.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Don't think I've had friends before.
Yes, the team has a very special bond. It's all part of my unique gift as a manager. I put people before profit. That's my whole motto.
Oh, I think I'm really going to like it here.
Yes, let's move on, shall we? Time is money and all that. Now, as you all know, we have a particularly special visitor in today. Mrs. Middlewich, the local critic, is doing a review article for her website following the relaunch. Now, I want you all to attend to her every need so that her readers know just what sort of special treatment they can expect here at Hummingbird House. She should be here any time now, so I want you all on your best behaviour. As you know, she didn't give us a terribly favourable write-up last time, thanks to some people. So I want no repeats of those types of incidents.
Why? What happened?
Well, she wasn't very nice to us, so Denise and I decided to teach her a bit of a lesson.
What did you do?
Well, she came in for a massage and was complaining of neck pain, so I performed some chiropractic moves on her.
I didn't know you were a trained chiropractor.
I'm not. I just grabbed her head and gave it a good yank. According to the review, she couldn't move for a week.
And after that, she came into the steam room to relax. Seemed somehow the door got stuck and she couldn't get out. The poor thing was stuck in there, sweating like a fat man at a buffet.
That's unlucky. How did the door get stuck?
I was holding it shut.
Yes, well, I've made myself perfectly clear. I want everybody on their best behaviour. When people come to Hummingbird House, they should expect to have the most relaxing day of their lives. In fact, you could say it's spa for the course. No?
Blue Sky Raspberry meeting.
Yes. It tested well with focus groups. We're thinking of making it our slogan. It'll catch on. Oh, there's our first client. Come on, people, busy, everybody on their A game. I've got a management meeting to attend, phone calls to make you know how it is. so I'll just be in my office. But as you know, team, my door's always open.
Is she always running around as busy as that?
Yep, every single day.
Oh, what does she actually do?
We haven't the faintest idea. Come on, let's see who our first customer is.
I better get Paul Sarder. See you later.
Ah, it's Mr. Buchanan. Brace yourself, he's a bit of a player.
Good morning, my lovelies. Good to be back. Oh, hello. You must be the new girl.
Hi, I'm Rhonda. Nice to meet you, Mr. Buchanan. I've heard all about you.
Don't you believe a word of it. My, you are a pretty young thing. Tell me, young Rhonda, do you keep a first aid kit behind the counter there?
I'm not sure. I'll have a look. Why?
Because I think I've raised my knee falling for you.
Okay, well, we've got some antiseptic wipes, some bandages, some plasters, and some sort of gel stuff, but I don't really know what that's for.
Ignoring Rhonda, he's just being silly.
Someone's a bit jealous, methinks. There's no need for that, my teensy please. Come and give me some love. Come on. Don't worry, you're still my favourite.
Well, you're still my favourite customer too.
And you know it.
So what can we do for you today? Sauna, steam room, massage, pool?
Well, I'll definitely have a dip in the pool, I think. Mind you, last time that Ralph chap gave me a stern telling off for diving.
Yes, he does that.
Well, maybe this time I'll take a running bomb and see how he likes that.
Oh, don't do that. You'll have nightmares for weeks. So aside from the pool, is there anything else we can do for you today?
Oh, maybe a massage if I've got time. I have it to top of my tan, but not left my UV goggles behind. I don't suppose you've got any I can borrow, do you?
Don't think we do, Mr. Buchanan. We're still short-stocked on a few things after the refurb.
No sunglasses? Nothing at all?
Only what's in lost property. Let me see. Ah, yes. Nothing really suitable, I'm afraid. They're ladies' ones. Probably not
really.
quite your style.
Not really, no. Don't really want to look totally stupid, you know. Oh, well, never mind. I'll just top up the tan another time. Right, the pool it is.
Now don't forget, Mr. Buchanan, no diving. There is a sign.
There's also a sign that says no heavy petting. That's never stopped me before now, has it? Right, I shouldn't get robed up. Now, don't you two be checking out the buns as I walk out now, will you?
We won't.
I can feel you looking, you know. Mind you, you are only human, I suppose.
Wow, he was an interesting character.
Like I said, he's totally harmless. He makes me laugh the way he fancies himself.
Do you fancy him?
Yeah, of course, but there's no point inflating his ego even more. Oh, here, who's that on the monitor? Ah, yes, the devil incarnate herself. Oh, looks like Mr. Shuttleworth is with her too. That's funny, them arrived at the same time. I'd almost think they knew each other the way they're carrying on.
They do look very friendly, don't they?
Very friendly indeed.
Oh,
Well, that's a bit of a scandal right there. I'm not surprised at him, he's always been a perk, but her, she's a dark horse all right, sly old minx. Anyway, not allowed to say anything. Client confidentiality and all that. Remember, best behaviour.
Good morning, dear. It's Mrs. Middlewich. You should be expecting me if you've got your wretched computer system working this time.
Good morning, Mrs. Middlewich. Yes, we have you here in the system. It's lovely to see you back. How's the neck?
Still keeping me awake at night, as it happens. I've already decided to mark you down on that basis alone.
Oh, I thought you weren't allowed to do that. According to the rules of your website, every review you do must be objective and not clouded by personal prejudice.
Well, you know what I always say, there's no harm in bending the rules from time to time, and I'm afraid there's nothing you can do about that. I can't say I was in any rush to come back here, but I have a duty to my readers, so one must tolerate such things. I trust after last time that my visit here will be complimentary.
I believe the manageress has made arrangements, yes. Oh, good morning, Mr. Shuttleworth. Nice to see you back again too. I see you've already met Mrs. Middlewich. Did you arrive together, did you?
No.
No.
Of course not.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Ridiculous. Such a suggestion.
That's gracious me.
Arrived together, indeed.
You imagine?
No, this gentleman and I were just exchanging pleasantries in the car park.
is that what you call it?
Excuse me.
Nothing.
I'm sorry, and you are?
I'm Rhonda, the new girl. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Middlefinger.
Middlewich, dear. Middlewich.
Isn't that what I said?
No, that's not what you said.
What did I say then?
Something other than Middlewich, that's all you need to know. Edward, I mean Mr. Shuttleworth here, was just bemoaning your new security system. seemed a bit of a palaver to get in, and I have to agree. Mr. Shuttleworth wasn't being terribly complimentary about it.
No, he's got quite the tongue on him, hasn't he? Well, let's get you sorted out, shall we? Mrs. Middlewich, if you'd like to wait here, I believe the manager should like to come out and welcome you personally. Mr. Shuttleworth, if you'd like to follow me, please, and we'll get you all robed up. And what were you thinking today, Mr. Shuttleworth? Pool, sauna, tanning bed?
Well, I've been feeling rather tense recently, and I thought maybe a nice massage to help me relax.
Where are we feeling tense today, Mr. Shuttleworth?
Oh, the lower back area.
Yes, I thought it might be.
Sort of really low, from down here onwards.
I've been through this before, Mr. Shuttleworth. I'm not massaging your bum.
Well, I see you've redecorated.
Apparently so, yes. I'm new, you see, so I never saw it before.
Well, it's absolutely hideous lime green colour. Mine seems to be equally hideous lilac. It was lilac on special offer at B&Q or something.
Couldn't rightly say, Mrs. Puddleditch. I'm more of a home-based girl myself.
Middlewich, dear, do get it right.
Middlewich, yes. Sorry.
Well, I see the service is as slow as ever. At least things seem a little calmer than last time.
Emergency! Emergency!
Oh no, what's the matter? Do we need to sound the fire alarm?
No, it's nothing like that. Mr. Buchanan has stubbed his little toe and suffered very slight bruising. I've applied an ice pack and despite his protest put him in the recovery position. I need to fill out an accident report. Quick, find me the accident book.
I don't know where it is.
It's in one of the drawers. Come on, quickly, girl.
Oh, no, I can't
Oh,
find it.
never mind, this will be...
No, wait, that's my phone script.
Can't wait, I'll be right back.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, just stay calm, Rhonda. Just stay calm.
Are you alright, dear? You look a little pale.
Yes, everything's fine. Just first aid nerves. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. Oh god.
Are you going to answer it, dear?
Yes. Good morning. This is Hummingbird House, the finest beauty and wellness bar in Bridlington upon Twill. Your first stop for relaxation, therapy, and assorted treatments from the Cosmopolitan Care Clinic Colour Collection. We have a comprehensive selection of state-of-the-art equipment, including tanning beds, sauna, jacuzzi, birthing pool, and vibrators. And if you're still feeling tense, we have a trained masseuse who is here to touch you inappropriately. My name is Rhonda. How may I be of assistance today? Hello? Hello? No? Hung up? Second one today.
Dear, oh dear.
I think I maybe see where Geraldine is up to. 1 minute. Hello? Hello, it's Rhonda here on the front desk. Is that Geraldine? Oh, yes, I got it right. Sorry. I don't know whether you've been made aware that there is a Mrs. Fiddlesticks here to see you.
Middlewich.
I'm Mrs. Middlewich here to see you. I'm sorry? No, she can't hear you. I'll just turn down the volume just to be on the safe side. Here we go.
Can you hear me now? No? Good. Tell that pompous, stuck-up, snag-shoe, haggard-on bricks of blood and oxygen that I'll be there momentarily.
Geraldine said she'll be with you momentarily.
Yes, I heard, thank you.
So, will you be having any treatments with us today, Mrs. Middlewich?
Not if I can help it. The last time I came, I had a massage. That other girl claimed she was trained, but trained in what? I can't imagine. Some form of judo, I suspect.
So, you won't be with us long then?
My dear, I shall be out of that door at the first available opportunity. I simply need enough information to write my article, and I'm well on the way with that. I don't intend to spend a moment longer here than absolutely necessary. Well, aren't you going to let them in?
No, I don't think I should. I don't know who that chap is, and he looks pretty shifty to me. Don't like the look of him one bit.
Well, you can't just leave him standing there.
Oh, no, don't worry. Got a button here that plays a polite message to tell him he won't be allowed entry. I think it's this one. There we go.
So sorry to keep you waiting, Mrs. Middlewich. I was just on a call.
Yes, I caught the tail end of it. I'm sorry?
Oh, never mind. I really haven't got the energy. Let's just get this over with, shall we?
Yes, very good. Well, I just wanted to wish you a very pleasant day here at Hummingbird House, and of course assure you that your visit today is completely free of charge.
Cheap at twice the price.
Oh, yes, very good, Mrs. Minovich, very good indeed. Well, if you'll allow me to show you through personally, I can show you our new facilities. Do you follow me?
Crisis averted. I managed to curtail the swelling and applied a small bandage to his little toe. He insisted he was okay without oxygen, so I'll monitor his status for the next hour or so. Have you found that accident book for me? I need to get that filled in and then the risk assessment. I think he stubbed his toe on is a death trap.
I think I've got the accident book here. Don't know where the risk assessments are though.
Oh, they're in Geraldine's office, third filing cabinet along.
They're along. Got it.
Everything okay? Heard a commotion.
Oh, it's a minor catastrophe, but fortunately I was on scene. How did you get on with Mr. Shuttleworth? Did he accidentally graze your boob whilst turning around again?
Yes, 3 times.
Good old Mr. Shuttleworth.
Well, it seems I have some competition these days. Him and the lovely Mrs. Middlewich were getting on very friendly terms out in the car park.
No, but she's married.
Oh, scandal. They were necking and everything.
Ew. What was it like?
Revolting, like 2 sea urchins having a fight.
What time do you make it?
About 10.
You reckon, is it time for the morning fire alarm test?
Will it annoy Mrs. Middlewich?
Probably.
I say go for it.
Okay, here goes. Yep, seems to be working.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a fire! There's a fire! Nobody panic! Nobody panic! What the hell is going on?
Is everything okay? I heard an alarm.
Oh, goodness. What seems to be the problem?
Well, this is a nice, relaxing start to the day.
Ralph, what on earth are you doing?
It's just the morning fire alarm test, all part of the safety procedure.
I couldn't do what you did.
I don't make the rules, Geraldine. I don't make the rules.
Nothing to worry about, everyone, nothing to worry about at all. Just a brief test to ensure that the fire alarm is working standard procedure. As you can see, Mrs. Middlewich, we take the safety of our clients as the maximum priority.
I honestly don't know why I bothered. I think I'll call it today now. I'm not sure I can stand to be in this place another minute. I shall be submitting my review online, and I'm sure you'll know it won't be complimentary.
Oh, I'm sure there's no need for that kind of talk, Mrs. Middlewich. I'm sure you'll have quite a lovely day.
No, it's time for me to leave.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
It's no good trying to stop me. My mind's made up.
No, it's not that. It's the door. It won't budge.
You just have to press the door release button.
I know that. I'm not totally stupid.
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely positive. Gave it everything I had, but it won't move. I'm sorry to have to tell you all this, but we're locked in.
Everyone's settled, for now at least. Mrs. Middlewich is being her usual contrary self, but she's in the sauna for the time being.
Oh, good. She can let off some steam then. Nobody?
We just need to take a moment here and try and stay calm. If we think this through rationally, we can come up with a plan.
Stay calm. Stay calm. How can you stay calm in a time like this? We're trapped. Locked in. Anything can happen. We're never going to get out of it. I think I'm going to faint.
Give it back. Better? Oh, no. Good. Now, like I said, we can work this out, no problem. All we need is a carefully considered plan.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Agreed. Good. So does anyone have one?
What?
Does anyone have a plan?
Shouldn't you be the one coming up with a plan?
Honestly, I have to think of everything in this place. I pretty much run it single-handedly. You've no idea the stress I'm under. It's all too much. One of you two will have to think of something.
Oh, God. I'm going to die.
Back here.
Nobody is going to die. Probably. We're just locked in. A minor bug with the new locking system, no doubt.
I think the priority first and foremost is to ensure the clients are both safe and content, at least so far as they can be. Ralph and I can see to that. Rhonda, why don't you catch your breath and then try phoning the security people. See if they can send someone out to have a look at the door.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
Right. Yes. Good. Ralph, Denise, you see to the clients and make sure that everybody's okay. And Rhonda, you phone the security people. Sounds like I've got a plan.
You've got a plan.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know how this place would function without me. Anyway, I'll be in my office if you need me.
Unbelievable.
Agreed. But come on, I'm sure she's got phone calls to make, emails to send, online shopping to do.
Oh, useless woman.
Right, what's Mr. Shuttleworth doing?
Waiting for his massage. I'm not sure if I can be dealing with him today.
Well, I'm not doing it. He always moans when I do it.
He always moans when I do it, just in a creepy way.
Well, whatever. He always prefers you.
It is your turn.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. There's absolutely nothing you can say or do that's going to change my mind.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
Not a chance, buddy boy.
Oh, come on, best of three.
No way. Get in there and work your magic.
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but I think we may have a problem.
Nothing new there. Story of the day so far.
What's the matter, Rhonda?
It's the phone. It's dead. I can't get anything.
Seriously? He's right, there's nothing.
How what?
Phone lines must have been cut. Why would somebody do that? Why? Oh my god, this is a nightmare. What am I going to do?
Shall I give her the bag again?
No, let her pass out. Maybe we'll get some peace.
That can't be now. All right, calm down, Rhonda, love, calm down. Okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
She's having a panic attack. That can cost you plonker.
I'm the first aid expert here. I'm just doing a few basic checks.
She'll have passed out by the time you finish faffing around.
No, she won't. You're all right, aren't you, Rhonda, love?
Yes, I just need to take a minute.
See, she's fine. I'll probably need to keep an eye on her for a while, though. Check she's okay, fill out the relevant paperwork. It's probably going to take a while.
Nice try, Sonny. Mr. Shuttleworth, massage, off you pop.
Fine. But if he moans in a creepy way while I'm massaging him, I'm never talking to him again.
Has he always been such a stickler for health and safety?
Yes, for as long as I've known him. Do you know, he once called me down to change rooms for an emergency because one of the clients had tied a knot on their robe too tight and it got stuck. Afterwards, he said that while he was impressed with my response time, he would have to report me for running with scissors. It gets tiresome sometimes, but at least our safety record is excellent.
Well, I don't feel terribly safe just now, I have to be honest. Why would someone lock us in and cut the phone lines?
Well, we don't know for sure they've been caught, do we? Just could be a problem with the phone lines in the area.
I don't know. Well, the chances that all the phone lines in the area would just go down like that.
Well, they are maintained by BT, so it's not that unlikely when you think about it.
No, I still don't like it though. Something very strange is going on here.
What do you mean?
Well, have you ever had one of those feelings?
One of what feelings?
You know, when you just feel uncomfortable.
Yes. Any time I'm left alone with Mr. Shuttleworth.
No, you just had this feeling in the bottom of your stomach.
Like trapped wind?
No, I can't explain it. Just this weird feeling.
It's alright, I think I understand. You mean like a presentiment, don't you?
Yes, exactly.
Do you actually know what the word presentiment means?
No.
It means like a premonition.
A what?
You know, a sense of foreboding.
A what?
An admonition.
Right.
It means you think something bad is going to happen.
Yes, that is it. The minute I found out that the door was locked, I've been having an admonition.
Admonition.
Yes, one of them. I'm having an admonition.
Well, I'm sure there's a perfectly simple explanation for all this.
Well, I told you, Mr. Shuttleworth here is not happy with my massage technique.
What seems to be amiss, Mr. Shuttleworth?
What seems to be amiss? Well, firstly, you managed to contrive to lock us in and keep us here against our will. Then you managed to keep me waiting a full 20 minutes for a massage. When you finally get round to it, you send this ham-fisted gorilla in to assault my delicate ailing body.
We're all locked in here against our will, Mr. Shuttleworth, and Ralph here is a trained masseuse.
Yeah, what's all the ham-fisted talk?
You went at me as if you were kneading a loaf of bread.
It's important to apply firm pressure, Mr. Shuttleworth. It encourages knotted muscles to release their tension.
Firm pressure. I felt as if I was being trampled upon by a herd of wild wildebeests. No, what I feel is the feminine touch is what's needed.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not available to do a massage today. I've got to assist Rhonda here, the new girl on the front desk.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to relax with Gorilla Boy here manhandling me. Now I feel the massage would be much better coming from someone with,
Boobs?
soft hands.
Well, like I said, unfortunately, I'm tied up with staff training today, as well as the problem of trying to get us out of the building. I tell you what, Mr. Shuttleworth, how about you go and unwind in the sauna for a short time? I believe Mrs. Middlewich is in there. I can take you through personally if you'd like. How about that?
Well, I suppose that's better than nothing. I wonder, can you tell me what Mrs. Middlewich is wearing?
Just a swimming costume, I should imagine.
Oh, really? Lovely, lovely.
Follow me, Mr. Shuttleworth. She's this way.
I wonder if you could perhaps bring with you one of your little combs and a little bottle of lotion.
We've been through this before, Mr. Shuttleworth. I'm not grooming your chest hair.
What?
He called you Gorilla Boy.
Marginally better than Pool Boy, I suppose. Pompous, miserable old fart. Him and that Middlewich woman deserve each other.
Busy morning. Busy. Just thought I'd poke my head out to check that everything's okay.
Yes, thank you, Geraldine. All under control. I mean, obviously, we're trapped in a building with no hope of escape. All outside communications have been cut and customers are complaining left, right and centre. So, in that regard's not quite what I expected on my first day. But other than that, we're all hunky-dory.
What do you mean all outside communication has been cut?
Oh, the phone lines are down, apparently. It's a good job you implemented that strict no mobile phones in the workplace policy, isn't it, Geraldine? Real godsend right now, that one.
Never mind that now. What's all this customers complaining thing about? Please don't tell me it's Mrs. Middlewich. The business can't stand to have another review like the last one. It'll be the end of us, the very least the end of me. The board of directors won't stand for it!
No, Mrs. Middlewich is in the sauna, I believe. It was Mr. Shuttleworth who was complaining.
I see. And, what about Mr. Buchanan?
Yeah, I forgot about him. I'm not sure where he is, actually. I need to check up on his toe.
Not seen him for a while, come to think of it.
How odd. Ralph, perhaps you better go and look for him. Make sure everything's okay. Attend to his every need. Maybe you better go down the back way in case he's gotten lost. Come on, off you go. I'll be in my office if you need me.
You're right on your own on the front desk for a minute?
Well, I can't let anybody in or out, and we're not getting any phone calls, so I think even I can manage this.
Be back in a minute.
Well, that's a bit odd.
What is?
Mrs. Middlewich wasn't in the sauna, so I went to look for her, and it turned out she just slipped back to the changing room for something. So I went back to the sauna, but Mr. Shuttleworth was gone. Just completely disappeared. He didn't come back through here, did he?
No, that is odd. Oh, maybe he went to go find Mrs. Middlewich, and then they decided to sneak off somewhere private, so, you know, they could have a bit of a romp.
Rhonda, if you're going to continue working here, I must ask that you please don't ever put an image like that in my head again. In fact, now I've come to think of it, I must ask that you never use the word romp again either. It makes me most uncomfortable.
Understood. So, you know how I was saying before
When?
about me having an amputation?
An admonition, sweetie.
Yes, one of them. Just have, you know, a bit of a funny feeling.
Funny feeling like you're going to vomit at the thought of them romping? Now you've got me using the word romp now.
No, about the situation. Something bad's about to happen. And I've had feelings like this before. You know what that means?
That you're about to set the fire alarm off?
No, it means something bad's about to happen.
Something bad? What? Worse than being stuck in your place of work with a boss who couldn't direct traffic and a pervy old man and a contorted little shrew as customers.
Well, yes, actually. Don't know what exactly, but I have an idea.
What?
Well, I could be wrong, but...
What?
Hi, Denise. I thought I heard you. How are we getting on with the customers? Is everyone satisfied?
Well, I'm not terribly sure really. We seem to have a bit of a problem. One of them has gone missing.
Yes, I know. I've already sent Ralph out to look for him.
Oh, that was quick. How did you know about it?
We were just...
Okay, I've looked everywhere and he's nowhere to be seen.
It's official then. The old man's disappeared. And he was here only a short time ago. Now what?
He's not that old.
Well, he's not exactly a spring chicken, is he?
Well, none of us are, but you make it out like he's some sort of clapped-out, pervy old man like Mr. Shuttleworth or something.
He is Mr. Shuttleworth?
Who is?
Mr. Shuttleworth.
What?
Mr. Shuttleworth is a clapped-out, pervy old man like Mr. Shuttleworth because, well, he is Mr. Shuttleworth.
You're saying that Mr. Shuttleworth is Mr. Shuttleworth?
Yes.
Well, what do you want for that? A blue Peter badge?
No, I just want you to acknowledge that Mr. Shuttleworth is old.
I never said he wasn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. What I think we can all agree on is that Mr. Buchanan, whilst not necessarily in the prime of life, is still in, shall we say, moderately good shape. And certainly not old.
I absolutely agree. Mr. Buchanan isn't old.
Well then,
But he's not Mr. Shuttleworth, is he?
who is it?
Mr. Buchanan?
So you're saying that Mr. Buchanan's not Mr. Shuttleworth, but rather Mr. Shuttleworth himself is Mr. Shuttleworth?
Yes.
It's a good job you're here, Denise.
Indeed, we're in agreement. The person you're looking for is old.
No, we've just agreed he's not old.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. We've agreed that Mr. Shuttleworth is Mr. Shuttleworth and Mr. Buchanan is not Mr. Shuttleworth.
Exactly. He's Mr. Buchanan. He's not Mr. Shuttleworth.
Who is?
Mr. Buchanan.
What?
Mr. Buchanan is.
Mr. Buchanan is Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
Well, that's not Mr. Shuttleworth.
I know.
So you're saying that Mr. Shuttleworth is Mr. Shuttleworth and Mr. Buchanan is Mr. Buchanan. Mr. Shuttleworth is not Mr. Buchanan and Mr. Buchanan is not Mr. Shuttleworth. Mr. Shuttleworth, whilst not being Mr. Buchanan, is old, and Mr. Buchanan himself, not being Mr. Shuttleworth, is not old.
Correct.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Can I just interject here for just 1 second? Because I think there's been some confusion.
You don't say.
Well, who exactly are you looking for?
Mr. Buchanan.
Wait, what?
I never said I was looking for Mr. Shuttleworth. I was looking for Mr. Buchanan, and he's disappeared. I can't find him anywhere.
So that makes two then.
What does?
Two people.
Hang on, why did you think I was looking for Mr. Shuttleworth?
Because he's disappeared too.
Oh. How what?
This is it. This is exactly what I feared. You know what this means, don't you?
Yes. I've had a amount of paperwork to do.
No, it means it's him.
Him who? Mr. Buchanan or Mr. Shuttleworth? Because I've not the faintest idea who's who anymore.
No, neither of them. Well, it could be one of them, I suppose.
Who could?
The Bridlington upon Twill Ripper.
What's going on here?
Oh, Mrs. Midowich, what are you doing here?
And why shouldn't I be here?
We thought you'd gone off romping, Mrs. Jiggledick.
I shan't dignify that with a response. Suffice to say, I'm sure you're getting my name wrong on purpose. Not that I've come to expect any better.
No, what I mean to say is you shouldn't be out here in the main reception in just your robe, Mrs. Midowich.
Well, you know what I always say, there's no harm in bending the rules from time to time. Now, am I expected to stand in my robe all day? I asked a perfectly simple question and I should like a perfectly simple answer, at once.
No.
What is going on?
No? No, you're not just expected to stand there all day? You'll be perfectly welcome to take a seat.
Not that question, you stupid girl. The question asked is what is going on?
What is going on where?
Here.
Right here?
Yes, right here.
What about it?
What is going on?
When?
Now, you imbecile!
Nothing's going on, Mrs. Midowich. We're just having a brief staff meeting, that's all.
Oh, so you often have staff meetings about the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper, do you?
I'm sorry.
You heard me, just as I heard this young girl. You were talking about the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper, and I demand to know why.
Oh, we were just talking, Mrs. Midowich, just chatting away, you know, how you do.
No, I don't, because I try to avoid conversing with your kind, if at all possible.
What do you mean our kind?
Well, I should like
You
to...
should like to what, dear? Have you got something to say? No, I thought not. Because you know, after your behaviour last time, all I've got to do is mention your name in a negative light and you'll be kicked out of here faster than it takes you to strain someone's neck. So bite that poisonous tongue of yours. Now, I demand to know what is going on, at once.
Well...
By somebody other than this blithering idiot.
Now, Mrs. Middlewich. All she said...
Sorry? When I said by somebody other than this blithering idiot, I was rather hoping for somebody further up the food chain than the pool boy.
Really, Mrs. Midowich, there's nothing to be concerned about.
Really? Then perhaps you'll explain to me where Mr. Shuttleworth is.
He's...
You don't know, do you? So am I to understand that not only are we locked in this godforsaken place, but now somebody has gone missing?
Oh, well, two people, actually.
I'm sorry.
Wonder.
What do you mean, two people?
It's nothing to worry about, Mrs. Midowich.
I shall be the judge of that. Now, exactly who's gone missing?
Well, it appears another of our clients, Mr. Buchanan, is also missing, but I'm sure they'll turn up.
Turn up! Turn up! And you managed to find them at once instead of standing around here gossiping about the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper.
Yes, of course.
Wait a second. Why were you standing around talking about that?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just young Rhonda here getting a little carried away with herself, that's all.
Really, Rhonda? And what are you suggesting?
Well, I was just saying to Denise before, I've got this bit of a funny feeling.
What funny feeling?
I'm having an abortion.
That's very personal information. I didn't realise you were pregnant, but regardless, it's hardly relevant, dear.
She means an admonition.
Yes, exactly. Just saying something strange is going on here. Just take a look at the evidence. We're trapped in a remote location, the phone lines have been cut.
The phone lines have been cut.
Yes, no, people are disappearing.
Oh, don't talk such nonsense, Rhonda. Really, Mrs. Minowich, it's nothing but silly speculation.
Well, she has a point, you know. We've already established that we're locked in. If just one person had gone missing, then I wouldn't think anything of it. But two people, it is a little fishy.
Exactly. You see, this is how you said he did it with those people in that mansion not far from here. Pick them off one by one.
So, at this very moment, our lives could be in danger?
Nonsense, it's just a coincidence. Everything is fine. No, everything's not fine. This is the only thing that makes sense. The only explanation. The Bridlington upon Twill Ripper is here. He's here, I tell you. He walks amongst us. We're all going to die. I'm just saying, that's all.
It seems a little extreme. We don't know anything at this stage.
Look, sooner or later, the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper is going to have to reveal themselves. And when he does,
We don't actually know for sure it's a man.
good point. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, when he or she does, just think, we ought to be prepared.
Prepared how?
We should arm ourselves.
Arm ourselves.
Yes, and be prepared to fight to the death.
This is a beauty spa. What are we going to arm ourselves with?
With whatever we can find. We need to think practically. What have we got on the stationery front?
Scissors, I suppose?
Oh, I like it. Let's take a look.
You know, come to think of it, they're probably not that practical.
Yeah, they are a bit disappointing. Anything else?
A hole punch?
Oh, perfect.
How is that perfect?
I'm not sure exactly, but it's called a hole punch, so it must be usable as some sort of weapon.
Well, if that's the criteria, we have a staple gun somewhere.
Even better. Where?
Ralph keeps it in a locked cabinet due to the risk it poses to staff and customers alike. You have to stand it out if you want to use it.
Well, this is an emergency. I'll ask him for it when he gets back.
Have you had your staple gun training?
What?
Won't sign it out to just anyone, you know. Trained personnel only. I'll have to ask him for it.
Where is he anyway?
I haven't the faintest idea. He said he had to go off and do something important.
You don't think he's missing as well, do you?
I hope not. For all his quirky ways, I like Ralph.
What if it came to it and it was between you or him?
I like to think he's sufficiently chivalrous that he'd take one for the team.
Would you try and stop him?
Maybe a token gesture just for show, so at least I still have a clean conscience. Just have to hope he doesn't call my bluff though.
Fair enough. If it was between me or you, I think I'd probably sacrifice myself. It's very good to me. Don't think I'd fare well against a multiple killer. But I'll try and get a few good digs in with a hole punch. You know, weaken him a bit. Give you a better chance.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Don't mention it. Got anything else weapons-wise? Anything in the cosmetics collection?
Nothing suitable really. If the Ripper comes in here wielding a machete, I doubt an exfoliating mud mask will offer much protection.
There must be something.
Could try using a bath bomb, I suppose.
Oh no, I tried one of them once. I had to take a run up from my bedroom. Hurt both my knees and got water everywhere. No, it was a terrible idea. Like I said, we need to think more practically.
Is there anything less practically?
the looks of it. Oh, got an old slipper here. Do you think that could work?
Oh yes, as practical weapons go, it's right up there with hole punch.
Guys, I need your help urgently.
Oh no, you found a body. You have, haven't you?
Found a body? What are you on about? I'm just trying to get these risk assessments amended.
I thought you said it was urgent.
It is. Being slayed by the Bridlington upon 12 rep is bad enough, but leaving behind incomplete paperwork in the process, can you imagine?
No, that sounds like a nightmare.
Right, so how do we get this filled in?
Which bit are you struggling with?
Right, well, risk. Being locked in a building with no means of escape. Probability of risk occurring? High. Persons affected, staff and customers. Corrective action. This is where I'm struggling. Corrective action.
Well, surely corrective action is just fixing the lock so we can get out.
Corrective action. Fix lock. Then open door. Ongoing actions if applicable. I was thinking here we should have some sort of door checking rota. Which one of you wants to be the door monitor?
Oh, me! I'll do it!
Door monitor?
Me!
Denise?
I'll do it!
Are you sure, Rhonda? It's quite a lot of responsibility.
Yes! I always wanted to be a monitor at school, but they wouldn't let me.
Right.
What do I have to do?
Periodically throughout the day you need to test that the door is working.
Okay, how do I do that?
You open it.
Okay, and if it opens?
Then it's working.
What if it doesn't open?
Then it's not working.
Okay, how many times do I have to check it?
I'm not sure. What do you think, Denise? Is hourly too excessive?
Yes it is. And given that it will be used throughout the day anyway, I'm sure just a couple of times a day will be plenty.
Schedule twice daily. Persons responsible, door monitor. Rhonda. Yeah, what times in the day should we do it?
Personally, I'd suggest first thing in the morning and last thing in the afternoon, like maybe 9 AM and 5 PM.
Twice daily at 9 AM and 5 PM.
Okay, so in the morning, when I get to work and I come into the building, first thing I do is check that the door is working. Then I've finished my shift and I'm leaving the building at the end of the day. Before I go to my car, the last thing I do is check that the door's working.
Yep, that about covers it.
Okay, got it.
Okay, next one. Risk. Being attacked by multiple count serial killer. Probability of risk occurring. I'm not really sure what to put here because I could say it's high because it's happened, but objectively speaking it's low because it's probably just a statistical anomaly.
Maybe just go with medium then.
Medium. Persons affected. Anyone who lives to tell the tale, I suppose. Corrective action. Any thoughts on corrective action?
It just so happens we do. While you've been filling in your forms, Rhonda and I have been a bit more constructive. We've been assessing various strategies and discussing what weapons we can use to defend ourselves.
Really? What have you come up with? Is that it? Bath salts and stationery supplies?
Done. And a slipper.
How are you going to use a slipper as a weapon? Glad I asked.
We have another idea as well.
Go on.
You're not going to like it.
Why wouldn't I like it?
We were thinking, maybe, we need to break out the staple gun.
Out of the question.
Why?
Could cause untold damage. No way, not on my watch.
But this is a life or death situation.
I don't care. I'm not getting out the staple gun. Absolutely nothing whatsoever you can say or do is going to change my mind.
Rock, paper, scissors?
What do I get out of it?
If I win, we get out the staple gun. If you win, I'll massage Shuttleworth the next 3 times he comes in, assuming he's not dead already.
Okay. Okay. Win one of these sometime. Ridiculous.
Come on, where'd you keep it?
In here, actually. In a locked compartment under your desk. You'll need to help me though.
Why?
It's a double lock. Both keys need to be turned simultaneously. There you go, this one's yours. Lock's there at the end of the desk. Remember, they need to be turned simultaneously. On the count of 3, yes?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
I think it worked. I heard something.
Nobody.
Wow, there it is. Haven't seen that since the great 20% off poster fiasco last year.
Yes, we all know how that turned out. These sorts of things can happen when an individual uses a piece of equipment without the proper training.
It was hardly serious.
It drew blood. She was damaged enough to need stitches.
Can I have a go?
Certainly not. Requires the proper training.
So train me now.
Dear girl, do you have any idea how long it takes to be trained in the proper use of the staple gun?
Only a minute or two, I should think.
Well, yes, that is all it takes, but that's not the point.
Oh, come on! Surely these are exceptional circumstances.
Fine. But only for the duration of this troubling episode. As soon as this day is over, your staple gun licence is revoked. Right, this here's the safety catch. Never take it off until the last moment, and only when absolutely necessary. Understand?
Yes.
Right. Hold this and don't take off the safety catch. Be back in a moment.
Where are you going?
To get some staples.
There's none in it.
Like, don't keep it loaded.
You okay, Rhonda?
Yes, I just really want to take off the safety catch.
I wouldn't. It's more than your life's worth.
Doesn't look that dangerous.
Never point the staple gun towards yourself or others. Come over here. Come on. When not in use, we keep it pointed down towards the desk here, like this.
Okay, sorry.
Now, if I take off this safety catch and load it up with staples, can I trust you to keep it pointed down towards the desk?
Yes, absolutely, definitely.
Right. Let's go in here. There. It's ready to fire. Can I trust you to hold it?
Yes.
And which way do we keep it pointed?
Downwards towards the desk.
Good.
Oh my God! What was that?
Staple gun down towards the desk, please. I'm sure it was nothing. Denise, why don't you go check it out?
Why me?
Because I need to supervise Rhonda and a itchy trigger finger.
No way. If I'm going, you're going with me. Come on. We need to investigate.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second there, Hetty wave drop. Why do we need to investigate?
Because there's a serial killer on the loose and there's people in there.
Like who?
Geraldine and Mrs. Middlewich.
Yeah,
We can't just leave them.
good.
Come on, even I'm not that cold. We need to save Geraldine.
What about Mrs. Middlewich?
Collateral damage?
Yeah, fair enough. Come on then, let's go off to our impending deaths.
What weapon do you want?
I'll take the bath bomb.
Alright, I've got the scissors. Rhonda, stay here.
Okay, Rhonda. Just stay calm. Keep the staple gun facing downwards towards the desk. Oh. What happened?
Walk with scissors, please.
Sorry. Fine, it just went off. I'm sorry, I was shaking.
You see, this is when accidents happen, and you should have kept that locked up.
It's okay, I kept it facing downwards towards the desk as you said.
Right, panic over.
Did you see anything?
No, we didn't get very far. Come on, let's go back in there. Rhonda, maybe you should come with us.
I don't think I can.
It's alright, love. I know you're scared. I am too. We can do this.
No, wait, it's not that.
Then what?
I think I'll staple myself to the desk.
It's alright, I've got scissors. We'll soon get that out. Ralph,
What?
do you want the good news or the bad news?
The good news.
I've got the staple out.
What's the bad news?
I've broken the scissors.
Probably not the best time to say, but I think the staple gun's broken too. It looks like it's jammed.
See. Oh, it's done this before. A staple gets jammed in the mechanism.
Can you fix it?
Yeah, but it takes ages. You have to dismantle it.
Where's your bath bomb?
I dropped it in a panic when I heard the noise.
Oh, great, so now we don't even have any weapons.
Well, that's not entirely true. We have this. See? You both thought this was a joke, but I knew it would come in handy. This is it. Our salvation. Our last line of defence. The only thing between us and the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper. Oh my God! There you devil!
Spiffy,
I'm sorry. I just panicked. I thought there was someone out there.
what do they look like?
Hideous and contorted
still stuck in here. I don't even have any weapons.
I don't know, I think the whole bunch is still lying around somewhere.
One hole punch between three of us. I think we're going to need a bit more than that.
I agree.
I think we should set some booby traps.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second there, MacGyver. What do you mean, set some booby traps?
Well, we can improvise with whatever we have. You know, maybe we could slow him down a bit.
Okay, that's not such a bad idea, I suppose.
We can't just stand around here all day coming up with ideas for booby traps.
No, you're right. Someone needs to go and find Geraldine and Mrs. Middlewich.
What do you mean, someone?
Well, we can't go. We're girls. We're scared and weak and vulnerable, and you're a big, strong man.
Yeah, like there's any way I'm going to fall for it.
Well, try rock, paper, scissors it is.
Okay. Feeling about this one. Statistically, that shouldn't be possible.
Here, be safe, okay?
Wow, thanks. What am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, well, if you happen upon the Ripper and he's attacking you, you take the base off the whole bunch and get all those little paper circles and then you can throw them in the air.
Why?
Because it'll cause a distraction and you can make your escape.
I don't know who's in more danger, me on my own through there, or you in here with Rhonda. Right, stay here. I'll be back in a minute.
What if you're not?
Then I guess the police will find my body lying on a bed of hole-punch confetti.
Somehow I feel this is all my fault.
Well, you mustn't say that. Some of it definitely isn't your fault.
It just seems that wherever I go, I always cause trouble. I always make a mistake and end up getting myself fired. Why shouldn't this be any different?
Well, that attitude isn't going to do you much good, is it? Let's try and stay a bit positive.
What's the point? So convinced, you know. So convinced that this time I'd make a go of it. I wouldn't make a mistake. I wouldn't get fired. I'd make my mum proud.
Well, keep your head and maybe you still can.
I guess.
No I guess about it. For your first day, you're doing really well.
Do you mean that?
Of course, who doesn't make a couple of silly mistakes on their first day? God knows I did.
Oh, thanks, Denise. Don't know how I would have gotten through today without you.
Come on, let's focus on the job at hand. We need to think of some booby traps and see if we can find any other weapons too.
Well, there's nothing left in the stationery front. Any more bath bombs in there?
No, there was just that one for the display. We keep them all in the storeroom out back, but I'm not going through there on my own.
So, I guess the only thing we can do is just sit tight then.
I guess so. Just sit tight and stay calm.
Yeah, stay calm. Oh my god! This is it! We're all gonna die! Goodbye, cruel world!
Yeah, quick, grab something.
Grab what?
I don't know anything. Look under the desk, grab anything.
Oh god. Oh, I've got this.
Why do you keep finding those?
I thought it was an odd one, but it must have been a pair.
It'll have to do.
What are we going to do?
Do you know what? To hell with this. If I'm going down, I'm going down fighting. Come on, let's investigate.
Okay, but I'm taking the slipper with me.
Fine, you were very effective with the last one. Oh, come on, get behind me.
Whoever you are, we're armed!
Shh, don't give away our position. Now get ready. This is it.
What are you doing? Please stop doing that, it really hurts.
We heard a noise, we were investigating.
Who are you, the Scooby Gang?
There's no one out there. How did you get on?
Well, the same, really.
Geraldine and Middlewich?
No sign of them. I was going to look down the back way, you've already done that. I've only got one place left to check. Stay here.
Well?
And then there were three. I've looked everywhere. The changing rooms, the pool area, the steam room, the store cupboards, everywhere.
What does this mean? Has the Ripper gone?
No. Means only one thing as far as I can tell. The Ripper is still here. In fact, they're in this very room. It's one of us.
Well, this is just silly. We can't just sitting here like this all day.
Have you got any better ideas? Because if it involves rock, paper, scissors, you can count me out.
Do you know what? If it's one of you two, then just get it over with. Kill me now. I won't put up a fight. All I ask is, I wish to be cremated. Not buried, cremated.
Why are you so adamant about that?
I don't know. Just like the sound of it. You know, like your time in bed.
Well, that'll make for an interesting conversation at the funeral directors. When they ask what attire you should be in for the coffin, we can say a bikini and some goggles.
Do you want an open casket as well? That might raise a few eyebrows.
Yeah, that might be nice. Get some air to my skin before being cremated. I suppose that depends on how you kill me, though. If you're going to leave a big scar, then best have a closed casket.
It won't leave a big scar, Rhonda, don't worry. I was going to do it with a bath bomb.
Really?
Yep, but if you put up too much of a struggle, I'm likely to staple you to the desk and finish off with the whole.
Don't do that. Why don't you do it with one of those lotions or something?
What do you want me to do? Moisturise it today?
Well, there are worse ways to go. But I was thinking maybe one of them might be toxic. You could poison me with it. It wouldn't hurt and it would be less painful and wouldn't leave a big scar.
Rhonda, he's teasing. I'm not going to kill you.
Right, we're in exactly the same position. In fact, for all we know, it could be you. This whole acting simple thing could just be an elaborate double bluff. Even as we sit here, you could be conniving away to off us both.
I don't think so somehow.
Why not?
Because whoever the Bridlington upon Twill Ripper is, they have a devious criminal mind. I don't know, I look at Rhonda and she just doesn't strike me as a devious criminal mind type.
Yeah, I suppose. Imagine her committing a robbery. She'd probably set the fire on.
Probably.
I can hear you, you know.
Sorry, Rhonda. That does leave a problem, though.
What does?
Well, if we both agree it isn't Rhonda, and I know it isn't me, then that only leaves one person left in the room.
Are you insinuating I'm the Ripper?
Not insinuating anything, Denise, just stating a fact, that's all. I know it isn't me. We both know it isn't Rhonda, so all fingers are pointing at you. Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Denise?
Yes, I've been here in this room when everyone's gone missing.
Yeah, that does start spelling the words.
Didn't really think it was me, did you?
No. I don't really know what to think, but it seemed to be the only ones left.
Oh, I wonder what happened to Geraldine. I wonder if she's, still with us.
Well, the place is a disorganised mess, so she's definitely still with us in spirit.
Yeah, let's face it, she couldn't organise a tea party in a doll's house.
No, she didn't. I've had a speak and spell toy with more interpersonal skills.
She is pretty much the most useless individual I've ever had the misfortune to work for.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But she's probably dead now.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think this is it?
I think it might be.
Well, it's been nice knowing you both.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say. It's been nice knowing you two, Denise. And you, Rhonda.
Thanks. Might as well bow out with some dignity, eh?
Yeah. Courage in the face of adversity.
Whoever the Ripper is, I wish they'd hurry up. It's the waiting part that's the worst. I've been resigned to my fate for ages.
What do you mean?
Because I was the one who realised. I knew, saying to Denise before, I've got this kind of sixth sense about these things. From the minute I tried that door, I knew I was never going to get out of here. I pushed and pushed with all I had, but it just wouldn't. From that moment, I realised I was going to spend the final few hours of my life trapped with no options, no way, no hope. Feel the world closing in around me. Then it was also clear. I was doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Doomed.
Did she just say what I think she said?
Yeah.
That she pushed and pushed on the door and it wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
Doesn't that door open inwards?
Yeah.
Well, it's about time!
Never in my life have I been subjected to an ordeal such as this. Is this some kind of joke? What on earth are you lot playing at?
Where have you come from?
Outside? Where the hell do you think we've come from?
You mean to say you've been outside this entire time?
Yes! I'd wander out the back way and have a look at the lock for myself. When the door opened, I stepped outside and damn thing slammed shut behind me.
And I thought I'd see if I could track down Mr. Shuttleworth, so I went to the changing room area, but I thought I was being attacked.
Why? What happened?
I don't know, I heard someone shouting and then something flew past my head. It looked like an old slipper. But I wasn't going to hang around to find out, so I went down the back way and tried the door out of desperation. But didn't expect it to open, so I just poked my head outside
And I was stuck on the step. By the time I realised she was there, well, damn thing had slammed shut again. We were both locked out.
So what I would like to know first and foremost is why you told us the door was locked when it clearly wasn't.
Well, it's all a bit of a misunderstanding, Mrs. Higgledy-Pig. See, being new here, I was unaccustomed to the particular direction in which the door happened to swing in.
Firstly, Higgledy-Pig sounds nothing like Middlewich. It's not even a close rhyme. Secondly, now let me just get this straight. Are you seriously going to stand there and tell me that the reason this whole chain of events started was because you didn't know which way the door opens? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's been a confusing day. There's a lot to take in.
The door has a big sign saying, pull on it.
Yeah, it makes sense now that I think about it.
You are without doubt the most breathtakingly ludicrous individual I've ever had the misfortune to encounter.
Now, Mrs. Middlewich, I admit I'm a little aggrieved myself, but let's everyone just take a second here.
Take a second? Young man, I've been standing out there in the cold for 7 hours. I've got nipples you could hang these robes on. I'm in no mood to be patient, and I doubt this good woman is either.
Well, why didn't you go and get help?
Dressed like this? We're in the middle of nowhere. I was going to go wandering around the countryside in nothing but a cheap robe and my birthday suit. What I'd like to know is why you didn't let us in.
Well, you should have pressed the buzzer.
We should have pressed the buzzer. Did you hear that, Edward? We should have pressed the buzzer. Well, it's a good job you're here, because we would never have thought of that on our own.
What do you think we've been doing all this time?
We've done nothing but press the buzzer for hours on end. Why the hell didn't you answer it?
Well, it's not sounded in here. It must be broken. That's the only thing I can think. Unless someone's pressed a button they shouldn't have done, of course.
I've not pressed any buttons.
And I know I've not pressed any.
Well, don't look at me. The only time I pressed the button was when there was a man outside that I didn't like the look of. So I pressed the button that tells him he won't be allowed entry.
I almost hesitate to ask this, Rhonda, but which button did you press exactly?
The one that says buzz off.
I may have got to the bottom of this one.
I think you'll find that's the button that turns the buzzer off, sweetie.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense now that I think about it.
It just gets better and better, doesn't it?
It's not all my fault. It's not my fault that the phone lines have been cut.
They probably haven't. You probably didn't think to pick up the receiver.
Oh, I definitely did. There definitely wasn't a dial tone. See, not my fault.
You were probably holding the damn thing the wrong way up.
I definitely wasn't. See, not my fault.
Did you dial 9 for an outside line?
No.
Don't think there's any need to go around pointing fingers.
No, but David's Cretin can't even use a bloody telephone.
Oh, right, Mrs. Middlewich, you've made your point. It's probably my fault, to be fair. I don't think I'd shown her that yet. Look, Rhonda, whenever you need to dial out, you just need to press... What the hell?
Hello.
What are you doing cowering behind the desk?
I wasn't cowering behind the desk. I was looking for something.
What?
This.
A pen.
Yes. I've been looking for it for ages.
You've got several of those on your desk, and the half a dozen boxes in your stationery cupboard.
Yes, but not this one. I like this one.
What were you really doing there?
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. You were hiding, weren't you?
Hiding?
Yes, you thought the Bridlington upon 12 Ripper was here, so you were hiding behind the desk and leaving us to face them alone. I bet when I went in there to get staples, you were hiding behind your desk, and then the first chance you got, you crawled out here on your hands and knees and took refuge behind this here desk.
Oh, good grief, Ralph. Really? Crawl out on my hands and knees. You do come up with some silly ideas.
You've gone too far this time, Geraldine. I'm going to the board of directors with this.
Ralph?
Don't try and talk me down. This is scandalous.
Yes, I know, but I just need to check something. How long have you been behind there, Geraldine?
Long enough to hear you say that I couldn't organise a tea party in a dollhouse amongst other things, which technically speaking is insubordination and thus a dismissible offence.
Yes. Well, I'm prepared to let it go this time. But I want it noted that I am somewhat disgruntled.
Duly noted. If it makes you feel any better, I was thinking of ideas for booby traps.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Somebody mentioned...
I'm certainly not prepared to let it go, and I doubt Mr. Shuttleworth is. This has been the most wretched day of my entire life. And I can assure you all, heads are going to roll.
You're not going to give us a bad review, are you?
A bad review? That's the least of your troubles. I should be suing this entire business and taking you for everything. What kind of amateur hour are you running here? What sort of sham have you got?
Oh, let's not make any rash decisions, Mrs. Middlewich.
If you know me at all, you'll know full well that once my mind has been made up, there's nothing much can be done to change it.
Well, there must be something. Ah, a nice massage, maybe.
Not a chance in hell of any of you lot coming near me.
There must be something.
Well, now you come to mention it, there is something you can do. It might sort of curb my angst a little bit.
Well, whatever you'd like, Mrs. Middlewich. Just tell us what it is.
What I would like is for you to fire this incompetent wretch at once.
Fire her. Is that really necessary, Mrs. Middlewich?
Is it absolutely necessary? After what she's put us through?
We know she's made a mistake, but that's all it was, a simple, honest mistake.
Right, I appreciate it's caused you an inconvenience. You can't just insist you get fired.
I can, and I am, and it's not open to debate. I'm afraid the review you'll be getting will inevitably 0 stars, and there's no good pretending otherwise. But I've every mind to sue Hummingbird House for everything, and if that stupid girl, unless that stupid girl is not dismissed with immediate effect, and that's my last word on it.
Well, I'm sure if we just talked about it.
It's okay. Really. She's right. It's all my fault. No use you're getting into trouble because of me. You've all been very kind to me. I'll go get my coat.
We can't let her do this, it isn't right.
I agree, but have you got any bright ideas?
Do you know what? I think maybe I do. Just follow my lead.
What do you mean?
Trust me.
Thank you for the opportunity, Miss Geraldine. I'm sorry I let you down. I'll see myself out.
Don't forget which way the door opens, will you?
Hold on a second, Rhonda.
It's no good trying to change my mind. I'm in no mood.
I wouldn't dream of it, Mrs. Middlewich. I was just wondering, how did you spend all that time outside?
I don't know what that's got to do with anything, and anyway, it's none of your business.
Well, if you don't feel like telling us, I suppose we can always just check for ourselves. You see, as part of the all-new security procedures, we have a couple of covert cameras covering the outer door, and absolutely everything that happens out there gets recorded. Isn't that right, Ralph?
What? Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Well, what of it?
We've already seen you and Mr. Shuttleworth, or is it Edward here, enjoying rather more of each other's company than one might expect.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what they're talking about, Fiona? Mrs. Middlewich?
I have no idea. They seem to be implying that we're having some sort of, I don't know, affair or something.
Oh, preposterous suggestion.
Oh, ridiculous, isn't
I
it?
don't know where they get these ideas from.
It's an absurd suggestion.
Yes, nonsensical.
It's almost comical.
Quite.
I think you know exactly what we're referring to. You two are busted. We've all seen the footage. We've got it recorded. in full high definition, and we can pan round and zoom in, and we've got multiple backups hidden in various locations around
So it would be a terrible shame for all your readers to learn that such an upstanding and trusted member of the community as yourself was actually committing flagrant acts of infidelity.
Yes, it would be a terrible shame for them all to find out, not to mention, of course, your husband.
You can't do anything. It's client confidentiality. No, I know my rights.
Well, you know what you always say, Mrs. Middlewich, there's no harm in bending the rules from time to time.
What do you want?
Well, I'm sure granting Rhonda here a reprieve would be a very pragmatic gesture now, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes, a very pragmatic gesture, almost magnanimous in nature.
Indeed.
Plus, of course, we shall look forward to reading a 5-star review about how relaxing Hummingbird House is, paying special mention to the friendly front-of-house staff and the exemplary health and safety standards. That last bit's important.
Ridiculous. I should do no such thing.
Very well, Mrs. Middlewich, have it your own way. Ralph, how do I email a video clip again? I just attach it like this, right?
Oh, yes. Do we have a husband's email address on record anyway?
Yes, I'm sure we have it from last time. It's under emergency contact details. Ah, here we are, look.
Yes. I tell you what, I'll read it out, you type it in. So Bernard.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I said all right. A 5-star review it is. Though I've never heard anything so absurd in all my life. Anything else while I'm at it, you hateful creatures?
Yes, if you could just drop the phrase "spar for the course" into the review, that would be great.
Don't push it.
No, fair enough.
This isn't the last you've heard of this.
Oh, somehow I think it probably will be. Play nice, Mrs. Middlewich, and I'm sure we can make all that incriminating evidence disappear.
I am going to go and get dressed, and then I shall be on my way. I pray I never have the misfortune to encounter any of you awful people ever again.
Here, let me help you. It's this way, I think.
Not that way.
So, does this mean I get to stay, Miss Geraldine?
Well, you've not exactly covered yourself in glory today, Rhonda, but I suppose there's no real harm done. Yes, you can stay.
Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh, no one's ever been this kind to me. Can't believe I lasted a whole day.
Yes, let's just make sure there's no more mistakes then, shall we?
Oh, I promise, Miss Geraldine, no more mistakes.
Good. Now, team, I have to head out a little early today. You know how it is, meeting to attend. You can handle the lock-up, can't you? Yes? Good. Well, I'll be in my office if you need me.
Oh, thank you. I can't believe you stuck your necks out for
Well,
me.
we said we'd have you back. Oh.
Just remember what Geraldine said. No more mistakes or pressing wrong buttons. I'm not sure I can be doing with any more of this kind of drama.
I promise. I don't think I can mess up anything else that badly.
What's that noise?
It's coming from the tanning bed control. Somebody been messing with these settings?
No, with everything that's happened, I've not had a chance to even look at it.
Well, neither have I. I've not touched anything. Something's definitely amiss, though.
Well, don't look at me. I definitely haven't got this one wrong. The only time I used it was when we thought that we were locked in. Mr. Buchanan thought he might as well top up his tan anyway. Well, that was ages ago. I haven't used it since.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mr. Buchanan. Whatever happened to him?
Actually, thinking about it, I haven't seen him since he went in there. But I definitely got it right. I did everything that Miss Geraldine said, put it on for 4 minutes and set it to the male preset mode.
Again, I almost hesitate to ask this, but which button did you press exactly, Rhonda?
The one that says him.
There is no button that says him.
Yes, there is. There, top right.
That's H/M.
Oh, what does that do?
Changes the time setting between minutes and hours. You put the bloody thing on for 4 hours.
Ralph,
What?
you know you did a full search of the building and you looked in the tanning room?
Yes.
Did you look on the tanning bed itself?
I can hear him inside.
Oh, this isn't good.
What are we going to do?
What we always do in a situation like this, Rhonda, deny everything, accept no responsibility.
on you, machine. Is that your eyes out here? Do you manage to get the door open?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice in there. I think I might have fallen asleep. Was I really only in there for 4 minutes? Oh. Well, the door's open. I think I'll call it a day. I was going to get changed. Now, don't be checking out the buns as I walk out, will you, girls?
We won't. Oh, Mr. Buchanan,
Yes, love?
you're still wearing the sunglasses?
What? Oh, sorry, good job you told me after all. I don't look completely stupid now.